Camera on.
Can you disable the comments too?
How do I?
Super good.
So the camera's working, but are the microphones working?
No.
This one doesn't allow me to test it. And how do I disable? Do you know how to disable comments?
If somebody comments, it's fine.
We only have 4 subscribers, so
So this is not on right now?
I don't know. There's no way for me to test it on this one.
But that one's different.
Okay. Well, no, that's on, isn't it?
For the mics.
Is there a light? I think we're fine. I don't. It's just, that's not it. I'm gonna get this on.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Where do you want this camera, guys?
Facing us.
And then once public comment starts, it's like we switch to the other folks.
Oh, where'd the dead zone go? You might have put the dead zone right on you guys.
Huh?
No, you're good.
We just have to turn it on, I guess.
Hi, Mom. Give me a second, guys.
All right, I call this meeting to order at 6:05. Secretary David, will you please take the roll?
Senator Rockmall. Here. Senator Anderson. Here. Senator Brennan. Here. Senator Borghesani. Here. Senator Carmichael.
Excused.
Senator Carpentier.
Here.
Senator Durnell.
Here.
Senator Flanagan.
Here.
Senator Fulton.
Here.
Senator Gluckert.
Present.
Senator Hahn.
Present.
Senator Johnston.
Here.
Senator Konda.
Here.
Senator Kiefer.
Here.
Senator Miranda.
Here.
Senator Nelson. Here. Senator Pfeiffer.
Here.
Senator Powell.
Here.
Senator Ream.
Here.
Senator Scheid.
Excused.
Senator Tarallo.
Present.
Senator Thompson.
Here.
Senator Wilmes.
Here.
President Belcher. Here. Vice President Hanley.
Here.
Business Manager Parsons.
Present.
Professor Renner Faney.
Awesome. With that, we'll now go into approval of the minutes. Secretary, please pull the minutes up. I will now entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Moved by Senator Anderson, seconded by Senator Ockmall. Unanimous consent has been called. Any discussion or objection? Discussion or objection? Seeing none, the motion passes. We will now move into public comment. Just a reminder to senators, please no talking, passing notes, or eating during public comment. You can drink water though. Is there any public comment?
Is there a sign-in sheet?
I can bring that up to you. Oh,
Yeah, right, tops. Hi, y'all. I'm Kat. I use she, her pronouns. I'm here as the student coordinator for the food pantry. I know many of you from last year, and I recognize a handful of you from Senate orientation, or retreat rather. I'm just here to talk a little bit about what we're doing and exciting things coming up, and then I'll have Sarah, our nurse for Vista, come up as well. And I'm also happy to entertain any questions about my resolution at the end. So I'm going to pass full flyers on my card around. The flyers are not the same size, like not a single one of them, and I'm really sorry if that's anyone saying. I did my best. I failed the other two, so yeah. Our mission at the Youth Food Pantry is to support students facing food insecurity. And in our first 6 months, we served over 85 students with 189 total visits at least 3 locations. We also have 4 satellite locations that were also visited very frequently. And thus far, at both our satellite and main locations, we've distributed more than 2,400 pounds of food. That's from February 1st to August 26th when I made those stats, or when I did the report. We're really proud of the work we've done so far. We've been able to engage with groups all over campus as well as out in the Missoula community. We have a lot of really awesome community supporters, including the Montana Food Bank Network, Missoula Food Bank, and Community Center, and Providence, and Blackwood Communications. They all kind of helped us get started, which is really awesome, and we could not have done it without them. We're mostly started with the help of the University Center and have kind of expanded beyond that, and this summer moved under ASUM, which is why I'm here. And kind of the next steps for us are Rural College Survey, hopefully the Rural College Conference, where Jordan Lyons, director of the Renner Center, will get to speak this year, which is very cool, and improving our outreach to Missoula College and hopefully all the other campuses represented through BMAC, and work on doing more outreach and just awareness for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, because nationwide, tens of millions of students are likely qualified, and very, very few of them are actually applying, because there's a lot of mythology going around about students aren't allowed to use SNAP, or students are never qualified. And those are myths we're really hoping to help us this year. Kind of why we got started is that we anecdotally knew that this was an issue, that food insecurity was something many at UM are facing, including myself, my undergraduate career, and briefly my graduate career as well. But based on the Real College Survey that we ran last fall, which we're running again in the next couple of weeks here, we know that nationally, 45% of respondents were food insecure. At UM, we saw 42%, that number's still wicked high. Nationally, 56% of respondents were housing insecure in the previous year. At UM, that number's 55. And the kind of most shocking, although not really, because we know what the housing market and employment looks like in Missoula in general. Nationally, 17% of respondents were homeless in the last year. At UM, that number was 28%. So we know, yes, we're doing something to support food security here. Homelessness is kind of the next big issue we have to tackle, because there's a really wide resource gap there. And overall, 67% of students who responded to our survey had faced some form of basic needs insecurity within the last year, and that number is just way too high, especially on a campus where we all care about each other so much. That's just kind of my brief overview. I'll ask you to hold questions until Sarah has a chance to come up and speak as well.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarah and I'm an AmeriCorps Vista vendor working with Kat to develop the food pantry, help it become more sustainable, build capacity. And so I promote the pantry, I fundraise, I write grants. I also look to recruit volunteers. So if you're ever looking to get involved or know somebody who is interested, you contact Kat, or I am in the pantry too, pretty much Monday through Friday. So thank you for your time.
Any questions or comments for Kat or Sarah? Senator Miranda.
Hi, thank you guys so much for coming to speak to us. Also, thank you so much for all the
It is a balance.
Yeah, no, but still, it's so bad that it's so hard
Senator Ackerman.
Hello there. I am so excited about all the amazing work that you guys are doing. And you mentioned needing volunteers. Have you guys considered reaching out to the REIT system for doing some philanthropy stuff?
Yes, and we have worked with Lacey as well as FSI and Panhandle in the past. We actually just had a big group of Panhandle women and folks in the pantry last week. And that's something we're always hoping to do more of. Because there's only two of us and we're both very busy, it's really helpful if those groups also reach out on their own behalf. But it's something we'll definitely work on in the next weeks.
Business Manager Parsons.
Hi, so I know you mentioned grant writing earlier, and I just kind of want to know what available grants are out there for things like this, our food pantry.
Yeah, so recently, so recently, the Vista member who I replaced applied for grants with Costco, Albertsons, Walmart.
Those are the three that Ahmad worked on. We were also able to get started with a grant through the Montana Food Bank Network and got a second grant from them as well to purchase the computer that we use in the pantry.
And now we're looking into just kind of reapplying for funds from organizations that have already given us donations, such as Plasma Communication. Yeah, and then I'm looking into new, like any other grants we can find. So.
We're also working on working with the foundation as well to do some more creative fundraising through their channels.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Last call for questions. Thank you, Kat and Sarah, for coming. Is there any more public comment? Any more public comment? Last call for public comment. Awesome. And public comment is now closed.
So begins the president's report. So up first, we're going to have a couple of guests. So please remember no eating or drinking while we have guests. And first, I'd like to welcome up Camp Power, Director of Dining.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. I don't know if being is a good thing or not. I've met a lot of you, and I appreciate the time to spend time with you to talk about what you and Dining is doing and what we have planned for this semester. You're all familiar with Dining, what you're trying to got that. Let me talk a little bit about what my responsibilities are as a director. What I am responsible for is making sure that the dining program is providing great, wholesome food to the student body. My responsibility and my focus really is student success really is at the center of everything we do. We are centralized on our students. Understanding that enrollment has been a little bit of an issue in the past couple of years, that has been challenging for us. There's no doubt about that. So we have been challenged working with our managers and student employees, working on how we can best manage our operations and our services, best meet the needs of the students. So some of the things I'm going to talk about tonight, things that I'm going to explain to you that I've done, is primarily financially based, which is unfortunate. But we're in a situation where, yes, enrollment is taking a little bit of a dip, but we're not closing units, we're mending some hours, we're filling some services, but we really are trying to do things that are meeting the needs of the students for the most part. So, also part of my responsibility is to ensure that we're providing great food, we're providing great service. We also rely heavily on you guys for student input. We rely heavily on student input because what we do is the service of you guys. We appreciate that. So, in general, I'm just gonna. I've got so much stuff I had to write down or type it down. But one of the things that we've done that's kind of cool is we have purchased a sustainable catering delivery bicycle. We have made it's actually made here in honor, so that actually the CEO of the company actually delivered the product here, which is kind of a sustainable delivery practice. So if you see this bike around campus, we're actually making sustainable catering deliveries, which is pretty cool. One of the things that our coffee operations have done is we talked about strawless, going completely strawless. It's a good thing. Which straws are available? Some folks actually need straws for that. So if you go into one of our locations, you can't find a straw, just ask. We'll get you one. We have struggled a little bit this past couple of weeks with student employees because of the orientation, which was a fabulous part of the new regime, what we're doing here, which is pretty awesome. But we are having a little bit of difficulty getting students to work, especially last week. But things are looking better, so I do ask for your patience in some of our locations. Appreciate that. So we do have some changes with our meal plans this year. We have two plans. Food Zoo exclusive and all campus are priced exactly the same. One is actually designed for volume, which is enter as many times as you want. And then we have the all campus, which is you can use this one all campus, which has been pretty well. A couple of new things with the meal plans, which you guys may not know, is we've increased the flex dollar amount from $100 to $200. That is in an effort to expose students to more of our retail locations, so we can keep those thriving. We also included in each meal plan each semester we have 5 guest meals. So students who are coming to campus, they have a sibling or their parents are visiting here, little of them hassle with having to pay for an entry to the Food Zoo so they can use the guest meals, which is kind of cool. Some things that we have done is we tweaked the hours at the food court a little bit. We're going to be closing at 5. The hours later in the evening going to 7. It was just not financially feasible, and the number of students that were taking advantage of it was pretty minimal. So I don't think that's going to be a big problem. We have done some menu changes in there. We no longer have a hot deli, primarily because it wasn't selling, it wasn't popular. But we do have a new cool ordering kiosk with Big Sky Burgers and Fries. And try that. Pretty cool. It's an app that you just order, and it's pretty fun. The food's delicious. We do have new ownership at Harvest, and the menu has changed slightly, which is exciting. We've offered some items at Big Sky that we had at the deli, and there's also a secret menu. Don't tell anybody, but if you hit the logo on the app when you're ordering, it'll bring up the secret menu. So then the Food Zoo, we've actually done some changes. Obviously, we make some menu changes every year. We bring in some new products. We're doing some different menu lineups, and the lines will change a little bit. We actually have new plates from China, new cups and silverware, which is pretty exciting. We just want to give the students something a little bit tangible, a little bit more quality, and feel as dated as maybe the Food Zoo may feel. So we're trying, we're doing everything we can. The corner store, that is an area that's actually been affected most with enrollment. We've really struggled with that location. Those of you that have been here for a time understand that when Dining go to the market, that's a very popular location, and just balancing how we're servicing the students. The corner store is suffering a little bit. So we've had to make some menu changes there. But I think that things are going to be good because we have some big difference between ice cream. We are also we're doing a farm to market at the market. Produce that we actually grow in the garden. Also other items that are locally grown in the state of Montana. All of our coffee shops are getting minor facelift, just some graphics changes, menu changes, getting some new products in there. So we're Heart and Soul Cafe opens today. That's in the LA building. So that's pretty exciting. Please tell everybody. That's a good thing. You're excited. But I guess really the big news that I have to share is we have been approved to invest some money into the corner store space. As I mentioned before, it was a space that was underutilized, in my opinion, by students, obviously with enrollment. When I say enrollment, I'm really talking about residential enrollment. Those are the numbers, the data that actually affects the dining program. as you all know, that the residential requirements is still meal plan, and when we have less living in residence halls, meal plan for students shopping. So one of the things I identified early on in my career, I've been here just over 2 years, is students on this campus need a place to hang out and be students. Forget the studies, forget all that stuff. There's just a place to kick back, kick your shoes off, watch some Netflix, do whatever you feel like doing in a space that's comfortable and safe. So we will be entering into, we've actually talked to the architects, and we're going to be renovating the dining room of the corner store. And what that's going to entail is going to be new flooring, which is going to be carpet and tile, new lighting, which will soften lighting, make it more hanging space, super comfortable, fun furniture that you can hang out in, sleep in, you can study, you can roll. So we're also going to be building in a stage for students to do performances, so they can poetry reading, singing night, stuff that's kind of exciting, just to build a little bit of energy, actually later in the evening on campus. So the students can have some fun and just enjoy the luxuries of food, of course, but also hang out with these students, have some programming along with that. So that's kind of our big news. I don't want to take a lot of your time, but I'm happy to answer any questions if you guys have.
Senator Shy.
Hi, Camp. So I was your mentor last year. I don't know if you remember me, but I am super excited about the changes coming to the corner store, given that it is really important for students to have a place where they can feel safe, especially in student groups that don't necessarily approve of like drinking and stuff. I know that there are a bunch on campus that are like the swing dance group, other like dance groups that will utilize that stage area and have been using bowls, which isn't obviously an optimal place to practice swing dancing. So I think that that's going to be a really awesome space for them. And I'm very excited to see those changes in the future.
Senator Flanagan.
Hi. So I noticed when you were talking about the corner store, sort of making this transition more sticking up space, you talked about having more of a nightlife for it. But does that mean that we're going to see a bit of change in the hours for the corner store as well?
Actually, the hours will probably extend later in the evening, so that's the plan. Keep hours the same, keep it open later.
Thank you.
Wilmus.
Well, it's not so much a question, but so I didn't originally come from UM. I transferred in from South Dakota State 3 years ago. But at SDSU, they had one of those hangout locations. And I just wanted to let you know that was very popular with students. And I think that if done right, it will be very popular here as well.
Senator Tarayo.
Hi, Mr. Howard. Thank you for coming. Many students have come up to me just with different, think they'd like to see change it. One of the ones I heard most often was possibly getting the UC market on the off-campus meal plan. I wonder if there's been any discussion about that.
And we've actually talked about that internally, and that is something that we're continuing to look at. It's a little bit of a balancing act. Understand that there is a certain amount of dollars, there's a certain amount of students, and we have to make sure that there's a balance on the usability of the flex dollars. That meal plan is a lot. So that is something we're talking about. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Senator Charpentier.
So you mentioned that most of the food stuff revolves around people that live on campus. And with more and more people living off campus, I was wondering if there's any consideration of the meal plan to be able to offer. One a month. Right now, it's really all or nothing.
It's all or nothing. You're right. So we would love to have a group of you all, if you can assign some students to the committee, we would love to talk about feasibility of that. We would love to encourage students to come on campus, especially those that are living off campus. We tried it a couple of years ago and it didn't really didn't work, but I would be happy to talk to the leadership and get something that works. That's a great idea.
Senator Durnell.
Firstly, I really enjoyed everything that we talked about the corner store. I think that's doing great. And then secondly, I like hearing about all the new sustainable options and the scholars. But one of my biggest concerns, I think that's because a lot of students feel like that there's just way too many plastic bags still being used at the market. Plastic bags.
Okay, yes.
And so in order to increase sustainability even more, I think we what are you doing right now to help improve that?
So we're actually working with a vendor called Eco Products on a sustainable bag that actually doesn't tear. So we've looked at lots of different manufacturers. This is something we looked at. Probably looked at typical bags or something, but none of them are like sturdy. So we are looking, that's something we're looking at. So like, that is on our radar. And we're on it.
Senator Akmal?
Hey, Cam. I just had a quick question. So in talking about the renovation of the corner store, is this going, I know there's already a kind of like cafe hangout space in the corner store that me and my friends, when you lived in the North last year, love to relax in. Is this new renovation to the more dining room portion going to affect that area?
Not significant. If we may put new furniture in there, not those gigantic oversized chairs.
Oh, they're so fun.
We'll put those in a museum somewhere. But we're not really focusing on that space. That feel is what we want to create in the larger dining room. That's what we like. A little bit lower lighting, a little bit more comfortable seating. Someplace you can sleep. That's not.
Senator Nelson?
One of the renovations for the corner store set to begin.
Well, funny you should ask. There is going to be a slight inconvenience for students this semester. This is something that we really want to get done. So I have met with architects last week. I'm meeting with them again on Friday, and we're going to put it out to bid. And hopefully, there's going to be things that are happening in, as soon as late September, October.
Can I have a follow-up?
Yes.
Unrelated to the corner store, have you considered like a full plastic ban and offering like discounts for students that bring reusable bags instead?
Not discount, but students, I mean, we're encouraging them to bring their own bags if they choose to. That's fine. It's interesting that plastic bags are such you guys are raising this up, because this is something that we've talked about internally in the management team, but we really haven't felt like it's big of an issue, because we look at our purchasing reports, we actually don't purchase that many of these bags, considering the volume that we do. So that's off to you guys for that, because you're not asking back.
Senator Johnson?
Hi, thanks for coming out. I was one of the students that had an off-campus meal plan, and I absolutely loved it.
Okay.
I would maybe suggest trying to market towards graduate students. I know that they stay on campus all the time, but I think that if they knew the potential that would definitely enjoy, they could get an option that incentivize a little more.
Right.
And then with the plastic ban, or the plastic bag, have you considered a plastic bag that's taxed with 5 cents on top of it?
That is not something we've talked about. I know that's popular in some states that are actually doing it. States are mandated to do that. I don't know. I mean, my job is, I think it's a great idea. Personally, I think it's awesome. But then again, I have to look at the other side and how many folks get upset with, what are you doing charging me this? So that is a great idea. I'll just make it minutes so I can read there. There's no way I'm going to remember.
Senator Johnson, a follow-up?
Yes, please. I just know that this is kind of off topic, but coming back topic is I know sustainability is trying to get the question all reusable bags opposed to having you design kind of fade out plastic bags. So is anybody interested in working with the sustainability?
Totally.
Okay.
We're very open working with students. I mean, that's what we do. In fact, we have a hard time engaging with students because I understand students are busy. There's a lot going on. A lot of times, your average student doesn't want to talk to the administrator. Hey, I've got this idea. I'm willing to. I'll be more than happy to sit down and talk to them.
Okay. I'm taking a last call for speakers. I'm going to cap my speakers list after this. I currently have Torello, Brennan, Flanagan, Charpentier, and Darnell. Last call for speakers. All right, my speakers list is capped. Senator Torello.
Mr. Howard, going back to the plastic bag issue, there have actually been many new studies out showing that, for instance, paper actually puts out more carbon emissions and are not as recyclable as their plastic counterparts. So I was wondering, do you think it'd be a lot more eco-friendly to actually stay with plastic, especially since you claim you don't order as much as you said?
Why did you ask? That is the question. We were talking about sustainability. We struggle with this. I've been in this industry a long time, and we struggle with this all the time because even when we go through the process of specifying a particular disposable or compostable product, it's not always the product that you're giving to your guests to dispose of, right? There's all these other issues you have to work with. Where is it produced? How much energy was used to produce it? Where did it come from? What's the carbon footprint of the delivery process? So there's all these things that really make it super complicated. And you bring up something that I bring up all the time with my staff is there's this great product that someone brings to our attention, where maybe it's a plastic bag made out of cornstarch. And the quality's not there, but then we look at it, what's made in China? It's coming over on the freighter, and it's coming over and being shipped to us in Montana on diesel fuel. So that is something that we actually keep in mind, and there's arguments for both sides. And I understand exactly what you're saying. That is not an easy issue to solve, but we definitely think about it.
Senator Brennan?
Hi, I'm Tina. Something that I was wondering was what you guys are going to put in the cornerstone as food goes, filling in that space that's taken away.
So the space that was taken away, right now we actually are not offering the deli option because we introduced a lot of additional grab goods last semester. And so that actually, the sales for that over to the point is coming out of the deli. So we actually are not serving the deli, and the grill is actually going to have a little bit of a third menu. The secret here is phase 2 of this project, of this corner store, is to create more food service, kind of a centralized location in the middle of the kind of dining room as it is now. Now, I can't make any promises on that right now because that isn't approved. But the idea is there to have like wood-fired pizza, gelato, barbershop, etc. Again, I'm not making any promises, don't hold me to it. We're going to do phase 1 first, see how it goes. Then phase 2 is that. In the interim, we hope that creating a new, more comfortable, fun space for students to hang out, that will actually sell more food service and we can expand what's already there.
Yes.
Have you considered asking the students like in a poll option what they would want to see?
Yes, we've actually done some interviews. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to send me an email or go to our website and go to our comment card. We're always open to suggestions. We have done. The overwhelming thing, believe it or not, was pizza, good pizza. Pizza are pretty good, but we can do like wood-fired pizza and a cool oven. Thanks.
Senator Flanagan?
Hi again. Recently you talked a bit about how you and Ben enjoy working with students and more especially other student groups. I was wondering if there is any current campus collaboration with any other agencies or student groups on campus or prospective collaborations, maybe with, for example, the UN Food Pantry. Also, thank you for the treats.
Sure. So yeah, we were supportive of the UN Food Pantry from the very beginning. One of the things that kind of our stance on this is that, let's identify what the issue is before we kind of solve the problem. UN Dining is, in my opinion, solving the problem for years. We donate all of our excess food to the Missoula Food Bank. So that is actually a resource that where the food pantry is driving most of these folks. That's where you can get like the most food. That's who we have supported and continue to support for sure. But collaborating with other groups, I mean, we're always working with different groups. I get phone calls and emails from students all the time to just have a question or a suggestion. We work very closely with the building folks. So yeah, we do that, but I encourage more of it. Again, we're completely open. We love talking to students because this is what we're here for. Tell us what we're doing good. Tell us what we're doing not so good. And let's work together and make it better.
That's great. Thank you.
Senator Charpentier?
As with a lot of these suggestions for food choices, is there any thought of bringing back the gallon beer thing?
You mean the food truck? We actually talked about that this last week. We're thinking about maybe that could be something that we could offer in the corner store as kind of late night options. So we haven't forgotten about that. Good suggestion.
Senator Durnell?
I'd actually like to tag off that really quickly in the maintenance options. A lot of students would take advantage of that. A lot of students don't like that kind of titles and everything, and
Well, that's the end of my speakers list. Thank you so much, Cam, for today's adorable
Okay, so
treats.
I delivered you guys some, in the South, we called it a French macaroni. Pronounced the correct macarons. Right, Abigail? You guys, appreciate it.
Thank you. Before I invite our next guest up, I'm going to provide a brief bit of context before she goes. So for those of you who don't know, ASUM used to have an agency called UM Productions, and they did what their title sounds like and put on productions on campus, primarily at the ASUM Center. But as a result of a variety of financial situations, that agency was dissolved in 2018 during final budgeting. And since then, their assets have been taken care of in a variety of ways. For example, last year we donated some to a local high school. And this year we'll be talking about selling a stage, a light grid, and some rigging to the ASUM Center, which is outlined in the resolution that I passed out to you for the meeting. Now, I would like to welcome Cheryl Brown, General Manager of the ASUM Center.
Thank you very much for having me this evening. Camp is a hard act to follow, and I love the conversation about the plastic bags. I come from Seattle, and plastic bags are no-no, so I always carry my reusable around everywhere. I get strange looks sometimes at the stores, but people will come around, I'm sure. So my name is Cheryl Brown, and I am the General Manager of the ASUM Center. I'm fairly new to the university. I just started here last February. Loving it so far. Three things that I just want to kind of outline that that are pertinent to students is at the ASUM Center right now. I'm trying to get more concerts and shows in there that are going to appeal to the student population. And to get an idea of what that might be, I'm going to put a poll out there to the students here. And then I'd like to offer students discounts to any shows that we're able to, using their Risk card, just come in and get a discount for a concert. Sometimes our shows don't sell very well, and we would love to have students come in at a highly discounted rate to be able to take advantage of those shows. And then the third thing is student internships. I work closely with Dr. Morelli in the Entertainment Management Program, and he does supply us with interns, but we always have opportunity for folks that are interested in marketing positions, box office, booking, and operations. So if anybody's interested, just contact the ASUM Center, or if you have friends that might be interested, we'd love to hear from them. So as President Vulture indicated, we are interested in purchasing the UMP's share of our mutually purchased equipment. We went in together a long time ago and purchased equipment, mutually shared, and we would like to purchase your share of that. So you will see that outlined. One thing I did want to comment on the resolution that I received from Vice President Hanley is the amount. Actually, we're willing to pay you $34,731. So that's about $1,000 more than it's listed. So I don't know if you need to make that change, but I just wanted to point that out. You'll give me some more money. And I just, I think the resolution looks great, and we look forward to your vote and hearing about your vote and moving forward. And I do want to especially thank President Belcher, Vice President Hanley, for working with us to reach a mutually beneficial agreement on this. And I would take any questions if you have.
Vice President Hanley?
So I guess I apologize for that mistake on the last line of the resolution. Since this is just an information item today, we'll be able to get that resolution updated before we all voted on it at the next meeting.
Yeah, I just didn't want to come back and go hold up for anything, so great.
Senator Johnston?
Thank you very much for coming out. I had a quick question about the new floor put into the arena.
Is that gonna affect anything with concerts or anything, or is it just brand new logo and board?
It's actually not new floor, but it was refinished. It took about a month for us to refinish it. It just got completed. And you're right, it just got new logos, some new 3-point lines because NCAA rules have changed. So that has changed. No, it will not affect concerts. What they do is put down a flooring on top of it to protect it. Then we can do anything to the top of it. Good question, yeah.
Senator Flanagan?
Hi. I was just curious, you're talking about bringing in some new, sort of acts and otherwise for, yeah, to try to draw in some more people. And I was wondering if we're gonna have any, any guests at the Presidential Lecture Series at the ASUM Center, such as how we have Cornwall West at the, Yeah, we would love to. It's just a matter of the size of the building. It just depends how many people they think they can draw, but we are totally open to that. There are a couple of people that we do have in mind that we're looking at right now. So you may be attending one at the ASUM Center here this year.
Do you have any more questions or comments? Senator Akmal?
Are you able to currently disclose of what people you're looking at to have the ASUM Center this year?
I am not, unfortunately. We get holds all the time from different booking agencies and promoters, and that information is kept confidential because we have a lot of competition in the market, as you know, and we like to keep that confidential. But you know, there could be some good acts in there, some good artists.
Any more questions or comments? Awesome. Thanks for coming, Cheryl. Okay. I will now entertain discussion on this as an information item. And I will start taking a few results. Any discussion? Okay, I was hoping there would be discussion. Oh, Senator Johnston?
Move to amend the resolution read SB01.
Senator Johnson, this is an information item, so we can't edit it in this meeting, but we can in the next meeting.
Cool, thank you.
All right, Senator Wilmes?
All I'm going to say is that the price was there for the basis itself. We've negotiated for quite some time on the price, and I think trying to get anything more would just result in, a lot of wasted time. This is something's not worth anything more than what people are willing to pay for it. So from what I can see, $3-4 grand, that's pretty good.
Thank you. All right. Business Manager Parsons?
So I know where will this money go, I guess, once it's voted on and approved?
So this money will be deposited into the UMP carryover account, which still has some funds in it from when they were an agency. That account is currently unused, except for that it pays a portion of our accountant Marlene's salary. Then, Senator Durnell?
Is there, I'm reiterating a question from the retreat because not everyone's here, but is there any way that the funds that are coming in from this, is there any way that those funds could be used for student groups who lost funding in previous years, or just in general towards student efforts that ASUM has agency over?
Absolutely. So if these funds were to be used for student groups, the best way to do that would be during final budgeting and a motion to allocate those funds for student groups. And if there was something else that you wanted to do with these funds that didn't have to do with student groups, you could do that through a resolution. Senator Nelson?
Is this resolution going through RNA or is it a second motion from you?
It's a second motion from me.
Yes. Can you capitalize final budgeting in line 8 when it comes to the next meeting so we don't have to do it on the floor?
Yeah. Thank you. Senator Shai?
Quick question. Wouldn't it still be SB02 since we had that first resolution in April, or does that count? Because we had that resolution for JDO.
Vice President Hanley?
This Senate bill would be whatever the secretary decided to number it, but since you can already see that there's Senate Bill 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, logically it might be number 9, but that's for Secretary Davis to decide next week.
All right, and then the last thing I would like to share with you before we close this discussion is that our accountant, Marlene Hendrickson, has also put a lot of effort into negotiating these prices and supports the resolution. All right, seeing no more questions or comments, we will move into the next part of my report, which is a resolution amending personnel policy to include the UN food pantry. The reason this is in my report and not going through committee is because the food pantry coordinator, Pat Cowley, needs to be part of personnel policy in order to request funds to go to a conference through STIP request in a timely manner. Do you have any questions or comments? Senator Wilmes.
Just a quick question. Are we able to make motions or are we just in discussion phase right now?
We're in discussion. You can make motions.
Okay. I would like to make a motion to replace $1 with $2 on line, what was it, 115? A bit rusty.
Do I hear a second? All right, thank you, Senator Wilmes. Do we have any other discussion? Senator Pfeiffer?
Move to amend the sponsorship so that it reads ASUM and president ASUM.
Second. Unanimous.
Nelson?
Senator Wilmes, why did you want to increase it to $2 and also do you think, just answer that.
Because I've worked at $9.50 an hour and it sucks. Sorry to my language, but that's the truth. Adding even just another $1 would help the coordinator to do more things, and hopefully in the future we can make this have her play a bigger role as the food pantry, say, expands, goes to different campuses. She's going to have to go around. She's going to, go to West Campus, go to River Campus. An extra buck ain't much, but it helps.
Senator Nelson?
And I guess for the executives, do we have the authority, the budget to do this? And would it be consistent with other student wages?
So my perception of this, Coordinator Cowley wrote this resolution. I'm sponsoring it. She is her position is currently primarily funded through grants, and so she made this decision, but I would be happy to yield any time to her if she has something else to add about that.
Absolutely. So yeah, my position is funded primarily through, only funded for grants and donations. We wouldn't have a budget to give me a raise if we wanted to. While I truly sincerely appreciate Senator Wilmes's concerns, and would love to see in the future that this position be paid a living wage instead of part-time $9.50. It just absolutely not gonna happen. Now we don't have the money for it. Thank you.
Senator Akmal?
And I just wanted to make additional note that to anybody who doesn't know, the minimum wage plus $1 is there for a number of positions in personnel policy. It's kind of like our standard go-to, so I believe that is probably why Coordinator Cowley went with that.
Last call for speakers. All right, we will now proceed into a roll call vote.
Senator Brennan?
Yes.
Senator Borgasani?
Yes.
Senator Carmichael? Senator Carpentier?
Yes.
Senator Durnell?
Yes.
Senator Flanagan?
Yes.
Senator Fulton?
Yes.
Senator Gluckert?
Yes.
Senator Hahn?
Yes.
Senator Johnston?
Aye.
Senator Kalanda? Senator Kiefer?
Yes.
Senator Miranda?
Yes.
Senator Nelson?
Yes.
Senator Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Senator Durnell? Senator Powell?
Yes.
Senator Ream?
Yes.
Senator Shy?
Yes.
Senator Trella,
Aye.
Senator Thompson,
Yes.
Senator Wilmes,
Yes.
Senator Akmal,
Yes.
Senator Anderson.
Yes.
21. Oh, sorry. President Belcher. Vice President Hanley,
Yes.
Business Manager Parsons.
Yep.
23.
All right, resolution passes with 23 yes votes. Next, I have a few announcements about university search committees. There are currently 3 dean searches starting: Dean of the College of Humanities and Sciences, Dean of the College of Business, and Dean of the College of Media and Arts. What you all could expect from a dean search, should you choose to apply for these, is a pretty hefty time commitment. I would expect to meet at least once a week, and then as you're going through things like reading resumes and making selections and doing interviews, it could come in waves with some longer meetings and some gaps between. And I believe that all of these will ultimately result in campus visits, which can be very time consuming, but also very, very, very fun. And I think some of the best parts of being a senator. If you are interested in being on any of these dean search committees, please fill out the Qualtrics that has been posted to our Facebook page. I will also resend that to the Facebook group and to your emails. Senator Johnson.
Is the search committees open to any students or just some?
All students. Any more questions about dean searches? Also, the next search that I would like to offer you guys the opportunity to be a part of is there's going to be a new marketing position in UM Online, and they've offered a spot to a student. So if anyone is interested on serving on that search committee, please email me or pass me a note. This one will probably be less of a time commitment than the dean searches. So if you were looking for an opportunity to serve on a search committee without as big of a one, this would probably be a really cool way to do that. Do we have any questions about the marketing search committee? Great. And then in my other, I just have 2 things. This morning, Melissa from Housing emailed me saying that there was already a housing appeal, which means I need to appoint a senator to the Housing Appeals Committee. I served on this committee last year, and it's a committee that meets irregularly whenever there's an appeal. And how that looks is you would meet with the committee, meet with the student, hear the student out, and then make a decision. It is confidential, but not a huge time commitment. Is anyone interested in serving on the Housing Appeals Committee? Okay. And then, so this meeting will be on Friday at 10 a.m. So which of you can make that meeting time? Might make you fight for it. Just kidding. I'll make a decision and email after the meeting. All right. And then the last thing I have in my other is just a reminder about my office hours on Mondays and Wednesdays from 3 to 5. So if you ever have any questions about anything I went over in the meeting, any committees I'm on, or anything that you're working on that you just have questions about, please come. I'm happy to help. Vice President Hanley.
This also goes for all of the executives too, including myself, and my office hours are sporadic throughout the week, and you can talk to us about anything that even we've talked about during the retreat or over the summer, like student conduct or free speech, even if we're not talking about it during the week or during the Senate meeting.
All right. Does anyone have any questions or comments for me in general? So ends the President's report.
And so begins the Vice President's report. So the first thing that we're going to look at are the committee assignments. So Secretary David, could you please pull up the committee assignments? There we go. All right. So I'll give her a chance to scroll through that, and then I'll allow time if people want to make a motion to amend it. Senator Johnson.
I move to add myself to the Sustainability Committee.
Can you wait to make that motion until we're, okay, thank you. All right, I'll put you back on the speakers list. Would you like your motion now, Senator Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah.
I move to add myself to the sustainability.
Second.
Unanimous consent has been called. Is there any discussion or objection? Discussion or objection? Seeing none, Kyle Johnson has been added to the sustainability committee. And then university committees.
What?
Yeah, there you go. I apologize for this being kind of hard to read. I can't figure out how to do the alternating colors as there's not an option on the box right now. So I apologize. Senator Kiefer.
So I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
On the previous page, recycling committee did not have the names highlighted. Oh, is recycling committee?
So we're trying to work on redoing recycling committee. It was a bit of a mess last year, and we're just trying to figure out what the best option for that committee is going forward. If that committee will be continuing into the year, I will assign Senator Swilly. Senator Anderson.
In order to correct on the graduate council, it's Consman, her last name. Just in case somebody needs to email her. So it doesn't bounce.
There's been a motion to spell Consman's name with an N at the end. Is there a second?
Second.
Unanimous consent has been called. Is there any discussion or objection? Discussion or objection? All right, seeing none. Please add an N to the end of her name.
Where is it at? I can't see. It's 2021. It's the second name.
Okay. All right. I will entertain a motion to approve committee assignments. Moved by Senator Akmal, seconded by Senator Miranda. Unanimous consent has been called. Is there any discussion or objection? Discussion or objection? All right. The committee assignments have been approved. All right, next, I'm going to go to university committees. So as I explained to you during retreat or during your makeup retreat session, I will be emailing all of your hopefully existing university committee chairs. I just want to give an update on that. I don't know if I was the most clear about the university committees as I was. I found most of the committee's contact information, but I do not have some. So if you are assigned to a committee that I did not email, that isn't necessarily because I forgot to email them. It's probably because I don't have their contact info. So if you want to work on getting their contact info, if the committee exists, great. I would love it if you did that. But chances are the committee does not exist. And I've been trying to working to find the contact info. But just giving you all a heads up. Also, you will probably be receiving between 2 to 5 emails in your inbox tomorrow. And that's because you will all be CC'd on your university committees so that you know who your theoretical chair of the committee is or your point person for that committee, and so that they have your email so that they can put you on the email that committee correspondence. Senator Johnston.
What channel should we do to try to find that contact information?
So best place to start is the university committee website. So that's just umt.edu/committees. Look up the committee in there. If the committee is not in there, then you should really just come talk to me and we can try to work together to find your committee chair. Yeah, that's unfortunately the best I can do right now. Senator Willis.
If you're going to look up on the university committee website, be sure to pay attention to the dates that are listed next to the contact info. Last year, I tried to get in contact with a couple of committees that hadn't been updated for like 2 years. It was like March 2016 or 2017 last year. And the committee was full of people who had left the university completely with no way to trace them or anything. So, yeah, pay attention to those dates.
Senator Borgeson.
When is the deadline for committee chairs to announce their committee meeting times? Because I haven't heard from any of my my committee chairs about when and where we're meeting.
So I'm asking committee chairs to email all their committee members the first week of the school so that they can establish a meeting time. I don't have a deadline set as to when the established meeting time should be. I know a lot of you, as your committee chairs, have emailed your committee members, and that's great. You don't really have to schedule establish meeting time until the second week for most of your committees. For those of the committees that I wish established a meeting time by this week or early next week, I've already spoken to you, so you're all good. I would say by the end of the second week, everyone should probably have their established meeting time set. Any more questions about university committees? Okay, cool. The next thing I'm going to go to is a freshman seminar update. So I've been asked by Vice Provost for Academic Affairs, Nathan Lindsay, to again ask you all to consider being a freshman seminar. I believe that there's 2 sections that are still not filled yet. So if you have any interest at all in being a freshman seminar, please reach out to him and he can show you the available freshman seminar sections because they've been kind of shifting around. This is a really great opportunity to get involved and to get to know some freshmen. You also get an upper division credit that counts as an upper division credit. So it's a decent incentive there, and you get to connect with freshmen. It's a really great opportunity, and I think you all should do it. Any questions on that? Senator Williams.
No questions, just a comment. Had a first meeting with the freshmen here this yesterday. It's fun. Should really think about joining in on it. So.
Cool. Senator Ockwell.
And if anybody on here can think of other people who maybe aren't on ASUM, who they know are interested in being part of the freshman seminar, please reach out to them as well. Nathan Lindsay is happy to work with anyone.
Any more discussion or questions on this item? Awesome. The next thing is office hours. So I apologize. I don't think I made this clear to you all. So first of all, I just want to apologize on that. Office hours do not start until next week. I'm sorry for the confusion on my end. And I will be sure to upload the office hour task in the folder so you can all view it before your office hours start next week. That way you know what you're doing. For some of you, I will be emailing you with specific tasks that you'll be doing, such as class wraps or going to find SALs or tabling if need be. I don't think we'll be tabling this week, but if you have a specific task, I will be sure to email you and then email me back just to make sure that you're really that you're okay with doing that task. Senator Duper.
Is it still okay if you have a committee meeting during our office hour? If that is just
if I'm asking as much as possible, no. So please schedule around that. If it's like an extreme circumstance that you need to have a committee meeting during your office hour, then come talk to me and I may allow it. Any other discussion or questions on that? Cool. So the next thing is mentors. So I think you all got my email and some Facebook messages about this for mentor mentees. If you have not sent me an email telling me your top 3 choices and why you want those top 3 choices to be your mentees, please send me an email as soon as possible with those people listed. This program is very, very good at connecting students with administrators and talking about those issues. I know myself and several senators from last year had great mentee experiences, and I would like you all to have a great mentee experience with the person that you would like to have it with. So please email me at the latest by the end of the week because I'm hoping to get these emails out to your mentee by Friday. Any questions on mentees or what I'm looking for in the email? Okay, cool. And then the last thing before we get to the resolutions is Board of Regents. So Board of Regents is coming up, and it's coming up very quick. It is September 10th through the 12th, which is the least ideal time for students at Montana University System Schools to go to a Board of Regents meeting. It's a Tuesday through Thursday. If any of you are at all interested in going to Board of Regents, please email me so that I can get the roster and itinerary to our account so that we have enough time to reserve cars, rooms, as well as reserve food for the mass meeting. For those of you that don't know what a typical Board of Regents entails, the first day it starts, we go on the day before and we go to the Montana Associated Students meeting. Abigail and I, or President Belcher and I, will be participating in the meeting. You'll get to see what mass is all about. And then Board of Regents will be the next 2 days. And we'll get back, I want to say around 2 to 3 o'clock on Thursday. We'll leave by probably 1 to 2 o'clock on Tuesday going to BOR. Are there any questions about BOR in general? President Belcher.
If any of you are interested in going but are worried about missing class, don't worry because I can write you an excusal if that's the case. So just email me the name of the professor's email, the class, and the time that it meets. I'm happy to do that.
Any more questions, concerns, discussion about Board of Regents? Cool. Before we get to the resolutions, do we want to take like a 5-minute break? Okay, I'll entertain a motion for a 5-minute recess.
So moved.
Moved by Senator Akmal, seconded by Senator Miranda.
Unanimous.
Unanimous consent has been called. Is there any discussion or objection? Discussion or objection? Recess is passed. Be back here at 7:13.
Yeah, I didn't know that was funny, but Reynolds, I thought they came out.
We're getting there. Okay.
Because cats work way more than you do.
Yeah.
So I need numbers.
Yeah, don't number it.
Well, I have that.
That was-
So that's too.
Yeah, just, and then they can pull up the next.
Yeah, our dad, though, he's like, shit. I never had 50 an hour, that girl pays for gas and fuel, she's got to do.
4, 6.
And I will. I have a weird process. It would be like, you say, oh, I'm gonna go make some $105 per person. Yeah. So now I'm gonna go back to those my basis. And I'll probably get rid of.
Is the senator?
What's
that?
I replied to you. I don't think the mics are on.
I don't know if they're on here.
It's like, I will go
Okay,
to the
let me
meeting,
take it.
everything
I'm
was
just
a lot for me. I was like, I'm not ready for that. Yeah. Oh, hey, James, you had your first freshman seminar meeting yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, if you
I
don't.
If you were super worried, then you can send it back to me and have like a regular process when you pull out a zero.
I gotta do more stuff related to ASUM, because I only had about 2 minutes to speak, but.
Yeah. I like talk about it a little bit today. And I was
Well, I'll
like,
address
how
it. I'll say why.
and no one came and spoke to me about it, and I was like, fine, I know there's 30 political science majors in this class, and you know what? Oh, no, you guys are circle. So.
I'm gonna print off the flyers. Not like,
And I guess
it's like a
considering what you
info
like,
sheet,
you said it's fine.
where it's like,
I copied like, I copied even Sophia because the group meeting, I got all their info today.
Yeah, Marlon.
And so when I get to Alexis, I'm gonna make like a little group meeting, and I'm naming it, so I'm working with Lauren first, and so it's called First Freshman Camp.
Abigail.
I'm really proud of myself.
I found out about it right.
And I'm excited to make the
No, I
meeting
found out
out.
August. July 31st.
It's about $55,000.
Well, I mean, the total amount that actually left it was.
That's what I'm saying.
The contingency fund are automatically.
That's what 41,000 is.
Okay, so I really love that so hard because I read the contract.
Out of the contingency
But I
fund?
have left one list, and all my test flexibility was out. You don't do the thing. Or you were only one contact.
yeah, it was a
That's stupid.
contingency plan.
And I was like, yeah, I will do that thing. And Monday morning came out and I was gonna do the thing.
Just taking that like
Over there too.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
41,000.
terrible.
That's already your laptop now. The employment not very
Supposed to be a best part of it.
right, we need it for stuff. So really, we're only talking about.
One of my sisters, I mean, everything was like, saving one,
So,
All I'm saying is that the transfer happened, anything that touches the base is where it comes to the Senate, not the systems that don't have purview over that. I only have purview over these set of accounts.
By the way, do you have like a list of things that it's going to? Or, I mean, I'm still gonna approve it, but it would be nice just to see, because it's a
Yeah,
third of our zero
Vicky
base.
submitted an itemized receipt, all the equipment that she was gonna use. And we can, when the Senate can call her back and ask about it. But just this, because it was a zero-based transfer, is something I would have to approve, but like, yeah, the documentation that it covered, can also verify. But yeah, also as asbestos related, also they lost a lot of revenue because during the whole debacle, they couldn't get surgical as well. So they lost a lot of money.
Well, in addition,
Sorry, go ahead.
so in addition to that, there were a lot of things that they could no longer use, and then how they were going to make it people did, that usable plates or moved to using disposable.
Everything was contaminated, so they've been incurring those costs. So they ran it up to $800.
Okay, good.
So OPM, distance learning committee, that one is called after the MSA is But, yeah, so after the MSA, they will, depending on the number.
There is any distance learning committee already.
There is, I don't think it's really a lot.
So they're basically reviving that committee to handle once the
Well, so there's going to be an implementation committee and implementation committee.
We'll be starting as soon again, everyone.
We'll talk about it. Yeah. You'd be just like me to lose it.
I didn't know we were going. No, I want my friend Steve. They're not allowed.
Listen, that's a really good outfit.
Thank you. The hottest girl in my sorority said I looked good, so I knew that I looked good.
You're still being live streamed.
She knows she's the hottest girl, so keep her.
All right, everyone, please take your seats. All right, I'll call this meeting back to order. I'm going to take down the senators that are not currently here. I said 7:13. So please be back when I say the time. I know the clock's off in the back and I was going off this clock, so next time I'll go off that clock. Just please be back in time because right now we do not have quorum. So before we go into the resolution, we'll be waiting just a minute or two so that everyone can come back in. Raise your placard if you would like to. Senator Torello.
No, I just wanted to ask a quick question. Just so.
Yeah, and I was like,
Your live streams are available on the ASUM website?
It is live streamed on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
So that's where it'll be archived, and that's where Board of Regents meetings have archived. So that's kind of the transition that we've gone. Sorry, so the link is on our Facebook page, and you can click the link on the Facebook page. Currently, we don't have a way to upload those to our website yet, but I will try to work on that in the future.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. Well, let's see. Okay. So it looks like we have quorum now. And I will now begin discussion on Senate Bill 2, resolution regarding the ASUM mission statement. The executives will yield their authorship. So is there any discussion on Senate Bill 2? Resolution has been pulled up. Any discussion on Senate Bill 2? Any discussion? Last call for discussion on Senate Bill 2, resolution regarding the ASUM mission statement. Okay. Seeing none, we will now proceed to a roll call vote on Senate Bill 2, resolution regarding the ASU mission statement. Secretary David, will you please take the roll call vote?
Senator Fulton,
Yes.
Senator Blucher, Senator Hahn,
Yes.
Senator Johnston, Senator Kalambach,
Yes.
Senator Kiefer,
Yes.
Senator Miranda,
Yes.
Senator Nelson,
Yes.
Senator Pfeiffer,
Yes.
Senator Powell,
Abstain.
Senator Ream,
Yes.
Senator Shy,
Yes.
Senator Torello,
Aye.
Senator Thompson,
Yes.
Senator Wilmes, Senator Rockmall,
Yes.
Senator Anderson,
Yes.
Senator Brennan,
Yes.
Senator Borgasani,
Yes.
Senator Carpenter,
Yes.
Senator Durnell,
Yes.
Senator Flanagan. President Belcher,
Yes.
Business Manager present.
Yep.
18,
18 to 0. Okay,
18 to 1 absent.
the resolution passes 18 to 0 to 1. For those of you, we had a 5-minute break. Please try to be back within 5 minutes before the break is over. And we'll now move on to Senate Bill 3, resolution regarding the ASUM vision statement. I'll have the secretary pull that up. Again, the executives yield their authorship. Is there any discussion on Senate Bill 3? Any discussion? Last call for discussion on Senate Bill 3. All right, seeing none, we will now proceed to a roll call vote on Senate Bill 3, resolution regarding the ASUM 2019-2020 vision statement. Will Secretary David please take the roll?
Senator Johnson,
Yeah.
Senator Kondo,
Yes.
Senator Kiefer,
Yes.
Senator Miranda,
Yes.
Senator Nelson, Senator Pfeiffer,
Yes.
Senator Powell, Senator Ream,
Yes.
Senator Shy,
Yes.
Senator Torello,
Yes.
Senator Thompson,
Yes.
Senator Wilmes.
Yes.
Senator Rockmall,
Yes.
Senator Anderson,
Yes.
Senator Brennan,
Yes.
Senator Borgasani,
Yes.
Senator Carmichael, Senator Carpenter,
Yes.
Senator Durnell,
Yes.
Senator Flanagan,
Yes.
Senator Fulton,
Yes.
Senator Blucher,
Yes.
Senator Hahn,
Yes.
President Belcher,
Yes.
Business Manager Parsons.
Yep.
22.
Resolution passes 22 to 0 unanimously. All right, we will now move on to Senate Bill 4, resolution regarding the ASUM core values. I'll wait for the secretary to pull that up on the screen. All right. The executives waive their authorship again. Is there any discussion? Senator Ockmall.
Move to amend line 11 to read core values instead of mission statement.
Second.
Okay, there's been a motion to amend line 11 to say core values. It's been moved and seconded and unanimous has been called. Is there any discussion or objection? Discussion or objection? Seeing none, the resolution passes. Senator Shy.
Yield.
Senator Johnston.
Where on the Facebook page will this be posted?
So we can just post this in our description. There's a little bio under our profile picture, or not profile, but banner picture, that describes what ASUM is, and then we post them on the website. Any more discussion? Any more discussion? Last call for discussion on Senate Bill 4. All right, seeing none, we will now proceed to a roll call vote on Senate Bill 4, resolution regarding the ASUM Senate core values. Secretary David, would you please take the roll call?
Senator Nelson?
Yes.
Senator Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Senator Powell?
Yes.
Senator Rain?
Yes.
Senator Shai?
Yes.
Senator Terrell?
Aye.
Senator Thompson?
Yes.
Senator Wilmes?
Yes.
Senator Akmal?
Yes.
Senator Anderson?
Yes.
Senator Brennan?
Yes.
Senator Borgasani?
Yes.
Senator Charpentier?
Yes.
Senator Denal?
Yes.
Senator Flanagan?
Yes.
Senator Fulton?
Yes.
Senator Blucher?
Yes.
Senator Hahn?
Yes.
Senator Johnston?
Yes.
Senator Kalanda?
Yes.
Senator Kiefer?
Yes.
Senator Miranda?
Yes.
Business Manager Parsons?
Yep.
And President Belcher?
Yes.
23-0.
Resolution passes unanimously, 23-0. We will now go on to Senate Bill 6, resolution regarding committee minutes in Article 4, Section 1 of the ASUM bylaws. Is there any discussion on Senate Bill 6? Senator Akmal.
I'm gonna make a motion for a pretty big amendment here, so I have it written down.
So I've also yielded my authorship, and let's wait a second. Senator Akmal.
So I move to amend lines 25 and 26, which currently read, whereas ASUM currently operates in the year 2019 where computers exist and paper is becoming less of a thing, to read, where documents are normally published digitally and ASUM is trying to use less paper.
The motion has been moved and seconded. Unanimous consent has been called. Is there any discussion or objection? Discussion or objection? Okay, the amendment passes. We're going to wait just a few seconds so the secretary can update that on the resolution. Yeah. Is there anyone that wants to get on the speakers list?
I am going to include the first part where it says, whereas ASUM currently operates in the year 2019, it goes after that. And then the word where before documents. No comment necessary.
And then would you like a semicolon after that whereas clause?
I would love like this.
Yeah. All right, Senator Flanagan.
Question for the Vice President. I noticed that it says that the ASUM Secretary is going to be uploading these documents to the ASUM website.
Mhm.
Does the ASUM Secretary have cascade access, or will this be uploaded through Scholarly, or what sort of medium will be taken?
So this will be uploaded through a box that is currently displayed on the website. John Venters has been really awesome to work with in redoing the website, and he's embedded a box folder in that. So now it's painless to upload minutes or documents on the website.
Thank you.
Senator Johnston.
I have a question for the president.
Yep.
Why is the music union president included in the Senate?
So this is just to update chairs of committees that are not ASUM senators. I didn't include the chairs of committees that for which are ASUM senators, just because you're all here and you're all seeing the resolution. And you're also sent the resolution beforehand. Those two aren't sent the resolution, so that's what it's accounted for. Additionally, this doesn't include the sports club union president, but that person has not been hired yet, so that's why that person is not on the Senate line.
Thank you very much.
Senator Torello.
Can we please go up to 925? Motion to make ASUM to try to use less paper in its own whereas clause.
Yep. There's been a motion to make ASUM is trying to use less paper, its own whereas clause. Is there a second? Is there a second? Okay, seeing no second, the motion fails. Is there any more discussion on this resolution? Any more discussion? Senator Flanagan.
Formatting lines, at least on my paper, they're lines 40, 43, and 46. Are those colons supposed to be semicolons?
Question. Yeah, so Senate, line 40 and line 46 are supposed to be colons or semicolons. Line 43 is supposed to be a colon. Senator Miranda. There's been a motion to add a semicolon instead of a colon at the end of line 40.
Second.
Motion's been seconded. Unanimous consent has been called. Is there any discussion or objection? Discussion or objection? Discussion's been called by Senator Wilmes. Senator Miranda, your authorship. Senator Wilmes.
It is the correct format, however, we got multiple lines that can be corrected at once, so maybe we should just do it all at once rather than doing it one at a time.
Senator Nelson.
Also, as the document stands, line 40 is a blank line, and adding a plain semicolon does nothing to fit into formatting.
Is there any more discussion on this amendment? Any more discussion? All right, seeing no discussion, we'll now proceed to vote. All those in favor of adopting this amendment, please raise your placard. All those opposed? Okay, the amendment is adopted. Okay, is there any more discussion on this resolution? Senator Shy.
I move to amend the amendment to remove.
The amendment has already passed.
Okay, so I move to remove the semicolon from line 40, remove the colon from line 39, and replace it with a semicolon.
Okay, there's been a motion to remove this colon on line 40 and then replace the colon on line 39 with a semicolon. Is there a second? The motion's been seconded by Senator Anderson. Unanimous consent has been called. Is there any discussion or objection? Discussion or objection? All right, seeing none, the amendment has been adopted. Is there any more discussion on this resolution? Any more discussion? Senator Nelson.
Okay, I move to create a line after line 20, at least as it stands. Yeah, we need a line.
Okay, there's been a motion to add a space after line 20. Is there a second? It's been seconded. Unanimous consent has been called. Moved by Senator Nelson, seconded by Johnston. Is there any objection or discussion? Objection or discussion? Seeing none, the amendment is adopted. Is there any more discussion on this resolution? Senator Nelson.
I move to add a semicolon after 46 and replace the regular colon.
There's been a motion to delete the colon and add it with a semicolon after line 46 by Nelson, seconded by Senator Shy. Unanimous consent has been called. Is there any discussion or objection? Discussion or objection? All right, seeing none, the amendment has been adopted. Any more discussion on Senate Bill 6? Last call for discussion. Senator Wilmes.
I move to amend line 35. Does that have, or I should ask, is that supposed to be a colon or a semicolon there on line 35?
I put a colon there because
Okay.
that's supposed to be a colon.
Okay. This is getting confusing.
Would you like to withdraw your motion, Senator?
Yes, I would like to
Okay.
withdraw my motion.
Senator Glucker.
I move to amend line 43 to remove the colon and add a.
Would you like to withdraw your motion, sir? Okay, the motion has been withdrawn. Is there any more discussion on this resolution as a whole? Last call for discussion. All right, seeing none, we will now proceed to a roll call vote on Senate Bill 6, resolution regarding committee minutes in Article 4, Section 1 of the ASUM bylaws. Secretary David, will you please take the roll call vote?
Senator Conda?
Yes.
Senator Kiefer?
Yes.
Senator Miranda? Senator Nelson?
Yes.
Senator Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Senator Powell?
Yes.
Senator Ream?
Yes.
Senator Shy?
Yes.
Senator Terrell?
Aye.
Senator Thompson?
Yes.
Senator Williams?
Yes.
Senator Rockmall?
Yes.
Senator Anderson?
Yes.
Senator Brennan?
Yes.
Senator Borisani?
Yes.
Senator Carmichael? Senator Charpentier? Senator Janelle?
Yes.
Senator Flanagan?
Yes.
Senator Fulton?
Yes.
Senator Blucher?
Yes.
Senator Hahn?
Yes.
Senator Johnston?
Yes.
Business Manager Parsons?
Yep.
President Belcher?
Yes.
23.
The resolution passes unanimously 23-0-0. We will now move into Senate Bill 7, resolution regarding office hours in Article 3, Section E of the ASUM bylaws. Just a quick authorship on this. This is kind of aligning with more of the practices that we've been doing with the past, as well as aligning it with the hours for the ASUM office in general. I guess it used to be that the office was open from 8 to 5, but currently it is open from 9 to 5, as our website says. Additionally, we've always started office hours now during the second week of the school year, because the third week of the school year, some senators don't have to do their office hours because of Board of Regents. And it also aligns better with the end of the semester, because typically we've had senators do office hours during the week before finals. Is there any discussion on this resolution? Senator Miranda. Can you speak up, Senator Miranda?
Sorry, I just have a question for your.
Yep.
Did you say that our office is only open from 9 to 4?
9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Would you like a follow-up?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm being told, so that would be wrong, correct?
Where are you pointing to?
I'm so sorry. I'm pointing to line 13.
So that was the old bylaw language,
Oh,
and
I'm
that
so sorry.
will
I
not,
withdraw.
okay. President Belcher.
Yep.
Okay. Is there any more discussion on this resolution? Any more discussion? Senator Nelson.
Okay, I moved to amend line 27 to read 8 to 5, or 8 to 4 instead of 8 to 9.
Okay, there's been a motion to amend line 27 from 8 to 9 to 8 to 4. Is there a second? The motion has been moved and seconded. Senator Nelson, your authorship.
There's nowhere in our previous bylaws or current bylaws that say that our office is open from 8 to 9, and I would just prefer that any resolutions that change bylaws are entirely accurate to prevent confusion in the future. So if we're changing it from 8 to 4, I would prefer that it says 8 to 4.
Senator Shy.
So I think that you might be misreading what this line's intent was, because it says open at 9 a.m., closes at 5 p.m. So the hours between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m.
Thank you for the clarification. I would
Yeah.
my motion.
Does the seconder withdraw? Okay. The motion has been withdrawn. I currently have no one on my speakers list. Is there any more discussion on this resolution? Any more discussion? Senator Anderson.
Move to amend the amendment to read 8 a.m. to 9 a.m.
So the amendment has been withdrawn, so it would just have to be an amendment.
Line 27 to
So-
read 8 a.m. to 9 a.m.
So there's been a motion to amend line 27 to say 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., seconded by Senator Glucker. Unanimous consent has been called. Is there any discussion or objection? Discussion or objection? All right, seeing none, The amendment has been adopted. We'll wait for that to get on the screen. Cool. Is there any more discussion on Senate Bill 7? Any more discussion? Last call for discussion on Senate Bill 7. All right, seeing none, we will now proceed into a roll call vote on Senate Bill 7, resolution regarding office hours in Article 3, Section E of the ASUM bylaws. Secretary David, will you please take the roll call vote?
Senator Borgasani?
Yes.
Senator Charpentier? Senator Janelle?
Yes.
Senator Flanagan?
Yes.
Senator Fulton?
Yes.
Senator Lukert?
Yes.
Senator Hahn?
Yes.
Senator Johnston?
Yes.
Senator Klondike? Senator Kiefer?
Yes.
Senator Miranda?
Yes.
Senator Nelson?
Yes.
Senator Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Senator Powell?
Yes.
Senator Ream?
Yes.
Senator Shy?
Yes.
Senator Turallo?
Yes.
Senator Thompson?
Yes.
Senator Wilmus?
Yes.
Senator Akmal? Yes. Senator Anderson?
Yes.
Senator Brennan?
Yes.
Business Manager Parsons?
Yep.
President Belcher?
Yes.
23.
Resolution passes 23-0 unanimously, which now moves me into my committee reports. So I only have one, and this is for a university committee. I am currently serving on the Director of Prestigious Scholarships. That's a new position that's being hired, and it's being housed within the Davidson Honors College, and it's meant to serve every single University of Montana student. Currently, we are done with interviews, and we are calling references, and we should be making a hire very soon. So if be on the lookout for that. It's a really exciting position for the Honors College, and they're really excited about it. And I'll be sure to include it in my future committee reports. Is there any questions on that? Senator Nelson.
Is that position a replacement of Lori Pengelly Drake's position?
I am not sure if that position is replacing Lori Jelly Drake's. I will try to get more information and get back to you, but as of now, I do not have any information on that. Any more discussion or questions about my committee report? Cool. So this moves me into my other, and I have a few things. So for the first, I said this at retreat, and I may not have said this to all of you at my makeup sessions, but the only contact methods that I wish to be contacted on for ASUM business is my ASUM email or calling me on my office phone or my cell phone. I'm trying to separate ASUM and my personal life, and the best way to do that is to call me on the modes of communication I'm expecting ASUM business to be related to. The only reason you should be calling me on my cell phone is if you're need an answer right away, and I'm probably not in my office. If you know I'm in my office, call me on my office phone, and if I don't answer, call me on my cell phone. Cool. The next thing, I think I said this to all of you again, but I'm not entirely sure, but please CC me on all your ASUM committee emails. In addition, please add me to your Facebook groups. That just allows me to know a little bit better about what's going on. I can track committee attendance a little bit better that way. And it's just a little bit more seamless process and easier for me to keep track of. Is there Senator Flanagan?
Question for Vice President Hankton. We are not required to have a Facebook group if we're a committee chair. That's just our preferred, whatever you prefer for remote communication.
Yep. So if you're a chair, you do not need a Facebook group. I would highly recommend that you send emails so that if you're on a committee that has attachments, those go through a little bit easier and it's easier for people to see. When I chaired both my committees last year, I did not have Facebook groups, but it's whatever style you prefer. It's not a big deal to me if you have a Facebook group or not. Just please add it. Cool. With that, that ends my other. Oh, Senator Turallo.
Thank you, Vice President Hanley. Just to clarify, where can we find the executive numbers on office numbers in case of we need to contact?
So you can find our office numbers on our doors for most of us. And I can send out an email too if you want it that way. Point of information, Senator Flanagan.
I believe they're online as well.
They should be online in our contact information. Yeah. Would you like to follow up?
Yeah, just a further question. Are those just for senators to use or for students who want to contact you regarding ASUM
problems or users as well.
Anybody can call us in our office phones, so it's not a big deal.
I think.
All right, so that ends my other. Are there any more questions or just comments for me before I end my report? Last call for discussion. All right, seeing none, so ends the Vice President's report.
So begins the business manager report. So I'm going to apologize in advance. So in your agenda, if you look at the accounts, it was printed in the wrong order. So yours would be unit emergency travel, then special, then travel. It should actually be zero base, then STIP, then special, then travel, then union, which is reflected up there on computer screen. So just want to point that out. That's where we're starting out for the beginning of the year. And I guess we can just move right in onto the zero base request form from ASUM Childcare. So during fiscal year 18 and 19, our ASUM Childcare agency ran a deficit. And this was stemming from when they found asbestos in McGill Hall and over the Craighead Apartments. There was a lot of costs associated with that. So at the end of summer, at the end of fiscal year, all of our agency accounts have to zero out. And because of asbestos related things, cleanup, buying new equipment, loss of expected revenue, they had a $55,000 deficit in their account. So because the Senate could not convene and I could not convene the board on budget and finance since that hadn't been set yet, I went ahead and approved this transfer from the zero base account to ASUM Childcare. And basically that was just to make them whole again because an agency can't run a deficit. Also, so I know in some of our governing docs, it's a bit unclear about how we would traverse this just because the Senate can't convene and the board can't. I went ahead and approved this. There is a provision in there saying at each time, like anytime zero base would transfer funds out to another account, I would notify our centers about such a thing within 2 days. And I will say the reason why I did not do that is because I was not notified until about a month after it had happened. And that's just because our accountant Marlene went ahead with and was not aware of this provision. So I found out about August 1st. So I went ahead and filled out this zero base request form just so that we could procedurally at least follow some of our governing docs. And I guess I would go ahead and open this up to discussion for anybody who would like to talk more about it. Senator Wilmes.
What, you're good? Okay. So I definitely approve of this measure, partially because apparently it's already been done and everything. We just got to get through with it. But would it be possible to make a list of what's being bought available, just so that everybody understands what's being bought with that money?
Mm-hmm. And just to add on that, so our accountant Marlene did track all of this. So each time childcare made a purchase, that was going towards the deficit. So she has that all available as well. Senator Tirala.
I was just wondering, would it be possible, since we have to obviously pull out of the zero base account, would it be possible to transfer the money taken in from the UM production sale into the zero base account? And if so, how would we go about that?
Yeah, of course. So I know we haven't talked about the Adams Center money yet. The Senate could, when it becomes available to them, decide where that money would go. As of right now, we would think it would be most appropriate for it to go back into the UM Productions account, but it is also up to this body to determine where money goes. But we'll meet that conversation when it comes through as well. Senator Flanagan.
So I do support this just because our accountant sort of went ahead with it, and judging from previous judging from previous actions that we went on in the Senate, I think we all really respect her judgment and her ability to do her job. Question for the business manager: what would happen if we potentially struck this down?
Of course, yeah. So governing docs are extremely unclear, but I think if we did not vote to approve this, we would expect childcare to pay it back. Which I do not think would be appropriate. They would have to scale back their services and would basically render the agency null. So I would advise against it, I suppose, but it's unclear. Senator Akmal.
Yield.
Senator Johnston.
Yield.
Senator Anderson.
So I have a child in our child care program. She was in there during the asbestos crisis. It was real fun. I just kind of want to give you guys an idea of like the the amount that they've had to replace, everything, including the kids' personal items that were left in the classrooms, were unusable. They couldn't bring anything over. They couldn't use anything. Kevin Kresbach did a really phenomenal job making sure that nothing that was contaminated went over to the new daycare. So our kids didn't have an interruption service. That being said, they had to do things like disposable plates and buying food every week for the kids because they have to meet strict standards for the licensing requirements. So this seems like a lot, but they faced a huge amount of money that they had to quickly come up with, which is part of the reason they ran the deficit as well. So I can't stress enough how important this is.
Is there any more discussion? Senator Williams.
I would also like to point out, I believe the Dory community has just been approved for our mission statement, vision statement, and our core values. Obviously, child care is a very important part of the community, so I see no reason why we can't strike this down. I recommend everyone do this.
Any more discussion? Last call for discussion. All right, and with that, we'll enter into a roll call vote on the matter. Secretary David?
Senator Glucker?
Yes.
Senator Hunt?
Yes.
Senator Johnston?
Yes.
Senator Colombo? Senator Kiefer?
Yes.
Senator Miranda?
Yes.
Senator Nelson?
Yes.
Senator Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Senator Powell?
Yes.
Senator Ream?
Yes.
Senator Shy?
Yes.
Senator Chirallo?
Aye.
Senator Thompson?
Yes.
Senator Wilmes?
Yes.
Senator Rockmall?
Yes.
Senator Anderson?
Abstain.
Senator Brennan?
Yes.
Senator Borgasani?
Yes.
Senator Charpentier?
Yeah.
Senator Brunel?
Yes.
Senator Flanagan?
Yes.
Senator Fulton?
Yes.
Vice President Hanley?
Yes.
President Belcher?
Yes.
22 to 1, to 0 to 1.
All right, and with that, the vote passes, or the request passes. All right. And so with that, we'll move on to SB 08, the resolution amending hybrid reimbursement rates for travel requests. So I guess just for a little context about this, the reason why this one did not go through committee is because it is amending part of our travel request structure. And we have travel deadlines due September 13th, so I kind of wanted to push this one push this one quickly through. And I guess when I talked during retreat about some unenforceable rules that we saw throughout like our fiscal policy, and this would be one of them, just because when groups come in for travel and they talk with our office manager, they state which vehicle they're going to drive for a said trip, and she has no way of determining whether or not it's just a regular vehicle or a hybrid vehicle. She doesn't ask for like groups for the title of the car or anything. So this would just be one that's unenforceable. And I guess just a second thing about this as well is that hybrid, I understand why the hybrid vehicle line, you would get more back in reimbursement, was to incentivize groups to use this line item more and to drive hybrid vehicles. But our office manager, Gwen, and I know our previous office manager state that not many groups request funding through hybrid vehicle line. And just that if you are driving a hybrid vehicle at 15 cents per mile, it's typically more fuel efficient. So a group that's already driving a hybrid vehicle would technically get more money in funding based on this. So I think a flat rate of 15 cents per mile for all vehicles would be most appropriate. And just because we also can't really enforce it. But I would open this up to discussion. Senator Akmal.
Yeah, so there is always a ton of requests for personal vehicle allocations during travel allocations. And in the past, I know that I personally have always been confused about the hybrid versus personal vehicle distinction. And so I'm very excited about this resolution. I think it's very well written, and I will be voting for it.
Senator Fulton.
Well,
Senator Johnston.
I highly recommend you support this resolution as is. I would strongly recommend not making changes to it.
Senator Wilmes.
Well, in addition to what has been stated, I just also want to point out too, like, the term hybrid vehicle doesn't necessarily mean electric gas, because hybrid just means it's a combination of two fuel sources. You could have a coal-powered and a gasoline-powered car, and it would still technically be a hybrid. So using this language in a rule doesn't make much sense anyway. Especially since hybrid vehicles, I think, are going to be replaced in the future anyway by just full electric vehicles, in which case none of this matters. So we might as well just go through the amendment, or not the amendment, the resolution.
Senator Nelson.
So I know with rates, and fiscal policy, we have to be in line with state policy. Does striking the hybrid vehicle from our fiscal policy violate state policy?
Yeah, so I had talked with our office manager about that, and she said it wouldn't, so. President Belcher.
I can offer a little bit more context on that. So what that means is that if we offer to reimburse hybrid vehicles, it has to be at that rate, but it doesn't have to be an option that we have created.
Is there any more discussion on the resolution? Last call for discussion. Senator Anderson.
Is there a reason that the student group coordinator was left off this line? Just because she interacts mostly with the student groups? So let them know the change.
I think it'd be appropriate to add her if you would like, but for most travel requests, it does go through office manager. Senator Anderson.
Do you have a follow-up?
Of course.
Okay. Move to amend line 39 to take off the period after manager, add a semicolon, and add Kenzie Carter, comma, student group coordinator.
Do I hear? Oh, sure. I just go.
Second.
Discussion.
All right, discussion has been called. Senator Anderson.
Yeah, so I wanted to add Kenzie onto the resolution because she gives information to the student groups, and I think it would be helpful for her to know the change as it happens. I know that they go through the office manager, but that way if somebody goes to ask her a question, she has the right policy and has the resolution right away, and so she doesn't have to run around. So I'm just trying to make it easier for the student groups.
Senator Johnson.
Oh, I just want to move the and.
Would you like to propose an amendment to the amendment? Okay. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right. Unanimous consent was called. Do I see any discussion?
Discussion.
Discussion has been called. Senator Johnson, your authorship.
So yeah.
Senator
Now it
Shedd.
needs to be ASUM office manager, semicolon, and Kenzie Carter to make it fully correct. So
So sorry, Senator Shedd. We
may I
actually,
have a follow-up?
So what we're gonna do? Are you trying to change?
I'm just trying to
this?
add that.
Okay. So what we'll go through is we'll just vote on this first, and if you'd like to make a change after we can.
Was that not the motion to move the and? Was it just to remove? Did you just move to remove it? Or to move it?
Remove it.
Oh, okay.
Decorum. Sorry about that. All right. So as it stands, you were trying to. This looks right. Yes.
And I'd like to add the and.
All right.
After further board.
Good. Parliamentary inquiry.
Since you've already made your amendment to the amendment, I don't think we can change it further, especially since discussion has already been called. We need to vote on this and then we can further change it.
That is correct. So we're going to vote on this right now. All those in favor of the amendment to the amendment, please raise your placard. All those opposed. Right. So it passes. We are now in the regular amendment. Senator Hoffman.
Move to add the and before Kenzie Carter.
Second. Unanimous.
Unanimous consent was called. Do I see any discussion? So it passes. All right. Sorry about that, folks. It gets a little heated. All right. Is there any more discussion on the resolution? Senator Nelson.
I move in line 33 to capitalize fiscal policy.
So we still have to vote on the regular amendment. I'm so sorry. All right. So all of those in favor of the amendment, please raise your placards. All those opposed. So it passes. Senator Nelson.
I move in line 33 to capitalize fiscal policy.
Second, unanimous.
Unanimous consent has been called. Is there any discussion? So it passes. All right. Is there any more discussion on the resolution at hand? Last call for discussion. All right. And with that, I think we can go to a placard vote. So, all right. So we'll have to go to a roll call vote. Secretary Anne Marie David. Oh, goodness. Sorry.
Okay. Secretary Reed?
Senator.
Senator Reed. Secretary Reed. Senator Reed?
Yes.
Senator Shy?
Yes.
Senator Tarallo?
Aye.
Senator Thompson? Senator Willis?
Yes.
Senator Akmal?
Yes.
Senator Anderson?
Yes.
Senator Brennan?
Yes.
Senator Borgasani?
Yes.
Senator Charpentier?
Yes.
Senator Durnell?
Yes.
Senator Flanagan?
Yes.
Senator Fulton?
Yes.
Senator Blucher?
Yes.
Senator Hahn?
Yes.
Senator Johnson?
Yes.
Senator Kalanda? Senator Kiefer?
Yes.
Senator Miranda?
Yes.
Senator Nelson?
Yes.
Senator Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Senator Powell?
Yes.
Vice President Hanley?
Yes.
President Belcher?
Yes.
23.
With that, the resolution passes unanimously. All right, so now we'll move into my committee reports. So I guess the only one that's convening so far, thank you all who are on board on budget and finance for filling out the when to meet. It's looking like 2:30 on Fridays will be the best time for us to meet. I'll send out an email to y'all tomorrow. Also, pub board, radio board, I'm getting in contact with people at KBGA and the KIME to try and set something up for our monthly meeting. So you'll also be on that email chain as well. And also, I guess this could be part of my other, so my office hours are changing from my summer office hours to my semester office hours. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll be in from 9 to 12. This should be up on my door as well. And on Fridays from 10 to 12. And with that, we will move into birthdays. So I know Senator Nelson's birthday is in June, but we're going to celebrate it today. And she got carrot cake that we're going to pass around to everybody. But also, it is my birthday tomorrow, and I'm going to be turning 22. So I'll be listening to a lot of T-Swift. Yeah. And so my tree is a little unorthodox. I know I had written pickled beets. I couldn't find it at Albertsons, so I'm going to be boycotting Albertsons from now on. But I did find a good second best, so I found some pickled eggs. So whoever's feeling adventurous enough is more than welcome to have a pickled egg instead of carrot cake. So, all right, and I will now entertain a motion for a 5-minute recess.
So moved. Second.
Unanimous.
Unanimous consent was called. Is there any discussion? All right, and a 5-minute recess beginning now.
Make sure you open that out of the room.
I think you should open it right by Abigail. Open it under. I think you should make her own place. Okay. So, Dan, what is
Yeah, I'll pass it around to my other. I have a list. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry.
Either I or Vice President
Yes. Also, Josh has those down.
Again, I can do it real fast. He said, Tuesday, Thursday, from 10 to 12.
You are your father's child.
Yeah, I have to go through it. My children.
Zoe, happy birthday.
Thanks.
Actually,
I was hoping you like wouldn't celebrate it. I put my birthday in June. I was like, I don't want it to be that way.
What was it, June?
How old are you?
So the fun ones will be.
Yeah, I'm a whole year. The best.
Okay, we all had to wait. So that his birthday was tomorrow. I thought he was gonna say, let's all go out. And I was about to be like, hell yeah. Just like having it get ready. Thursdays are my favorite.
I don't need that many. Oh, God, no.
You mean it's like tomorrow?
One for lunch. Meal.
And it's healthy because it's got a little carrot cake.
Totally. I see little carrot cake. Do not like carrot cake? I'm sorry.
You're fine. I was even trying to, Alex loves carrot cake.
I love carrot.
Tomato soup.
And you know, carrot cake all the time. So it's
My brother is.
I'm kind of slightly over
There's one here.
Please have one in my honor. Please.
For your birthday. Only because it's season. If it was anyone else, I'd say no.
No.
No way, Jose. Oh, but it's
I will
Zoe's
enjoy
birthday?
a
Heck yeah.
It's disgusting. I can't even.
But you look, I'm trying.
You want to drink vinegar?
It's your birthday, I'll do it.
Oh, you will? So,
I thought when you said that, I thought you were like, let's all go out and party.
oh no, pick a
And I
way.
was like, where?
Yeah, that took a sharp right turn, didn't it?
When you wrote pickled beets on there,
I like pickles. Pickle peanut was so big.
This is what drunk people eat at the bar.
But they check out. Which one was you?
Okay, give me a cup. I promise to drink some vinegar for Earl's birthday. Let's go.
You should give one to Abigail.
So, there's only 24 cupcakes. If you do the math, the execs don't get a cupcake. Also, I think I'm going to entertain a motion for the execs.
Yes.
Don't, because I gotta write it down.
Falling rubber store. You don't have to. You do not have to. I'm just kidding. No. I'm just going to feed. You can. All right. It's actually.
Come on.
Well, it's like they go ahead and put in sushi.
Let's go. Birthday shot of
They
vinegar.
have like an inferior cabbage that they'll throw on top of sushi.
Oh my god.
What kind of vinegar is this again? It's pretty strong.
No, just
I'm gonna go back and watch it just to see that.
Time and manner. Oh, so you're gonna have to go back and watch for each. Oh yeah. So there's 24 cupcakes. No, there's 24 cupcakes.
So you don't get cupcakes.
None of us.
But nobody wants the cupcakes. It's carrot cake. Who wants it?
That is true. I definitely have a guess into burns. Yeah.
It's illegal in Texas.
I gotta drown out that vinegar I just drank. Have at it.
That's the plan.
I don't eat cake. I brought my own dessert.
But this is probably what's going to even though I would be so good at being North Korean. I don't believe the Shane was North Korea last year.
Okay.
Yeah, it would just be so fun.
Yeah, we had to take a day
Well, I
off
don't
next
expect to get to New York or anything, so I'm just like, we're just gonna screw around.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Senators, please take your seats. All right. So in line with birthdays, I know a lot of you weren't at retreat, so I'm going to pass out the form again. If you weren't there, fill out your favorite treat, your birthday, and I'll try and hook you up with some treats better than pickled eggs, hopefully. And the last thing in my other, I'm not sure procedurally how to do this through Robert's Rule of Orders, but I would entertain a motion. So there's only 24 carrot cake cupcakes, which means everyone on the Senate got one, but poor executives don't get one. So I would entertain a motion to have each of the executives eat a pickled egg.
Second.
All right, Senator Miranda.
I just feel like Senator Wilma said, this is one of our core values, is community.
Senator Anderson.
Did anyone actually make that motion?
I entertain a motion. Oh, so procedurally we didn't do it. Okay. All right. Senator Johnston.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Unanimous consent was
Discussion.
called, discussion called. So with the author, you have your authorship.
Yeah, I think the executives would really enjoy it, and I think that they are, best to their body, providing those best to the student.
All right, so I'm going to start a speakers list. All right, so go
Cannot
ahead.
speak for Vice President Hanley, but I'm currently participating in intermittent fasting, and I'm not eating between the hours of 7 p.m. and 11 a.m., so I will decline.
Oh, Lord, okay. So Senator Miranda.
Hi, everyone. First off, my first point is, I feel like if we go with government health with press right now, we'll go through a dictatorship and system. So I don't want to power. Also, I'm sure she can take it home. And make a video, send it to us, so we're eating it.
All right, Senator Borgasani.
So I'm in favor of this motion because I think nothing would solidify the experience of the executives than having a shared humiliating and awkward experience in front of the entire rest of the Senate.
All right, Senator Durnell.
I will support this motion if there's at least 4 eggs because I want to try one.
All right. Senator Nelson.
I'm moving it to amend the amendment to remove Abigail Belcher President Belcher, from the requirements to respect her dietary needs.
Second.
Discussion.
All right, your authorship.
I think it's unfair to forcibly feed people. This body is about freedom and rights.
Parliamentary inquiry.
There was no amendment to amend, you just need to make the amendment.
Senator Miranda, your discussion.
I'm just going to say one
Because we put a problem in agree because it's.
I'd like to withdraw my motion.
All right, the motion has been withdrawn. All right, so we will now proceed to eating a pickled egg, as I believe. Or at least Senator Hanley and myself will. How about that? Oh, Vice President Hanley, my apologies. All right, and with that, that ends the business manager report.
All right, until we get to committee reports, I'm gonna wait for Secretary David to pull the committee reports up on the screen. From the next meeting on, I will not allow ASUM committee reports to be given orally. If you forgot to submit your committee report, however, since only one person did that, and you have an ASUM committee report, the only thing that I will let you tell is your established meeting time if you have it, or if you send out an email to schedule one. If you say anything else about your ASUM committee report, I will call it dilatory. Is there any committee reports? Okay. Let me take it down real quick. Okay. Senator Hoffman.
There has been a link to me sent out for Relations and Affairs. If you did not get it, please let me know. I will resend it. Please don't say you're available at 8 a.m. I want to sleep in.
Senator Anderson.
So, can I do university committee reports?
Yes. So I'm going to clarify first. The committee reports is really intended for university committees reports to be given orally. So if you have a university committee report, please give it. Yes.
Okay, cool. So graduate council is meeting at 12 o'clock next Wednesday. They meet on the second floor of the business building. I don't remember the room number. I just know if I remember at this point. So, and then student conduct code is meeting at 2 p.m. on Friday. And I sent out a when to meet to the members of JDO. Please get that back to me with the email I asked for because I am scheduling both of my other committees around this one, and I need it like kids respond, please. Thank you.
Are there any more committee reports? Senator Shy.
There was a one to meet sent out for marketing and outreach. Please respond to that as quickly as possible. Thank you.
And just for the senators, please speak up loudly so that the microphones on the live stream can hear you. It would be nice for our audience to hear. So is there any more committee reports to be given? Last call for committee reports. Awesome. We will now move into unfinished business. Seeing as there is none, there is no unfinished business to be discussed. We will now move into new business. Is there any new business? Please raise your placard so that I can take you down as speakers. Okay. Senator Brennan.
I have two resolutions to be sent to RNA.
Okay.
One of them is a resolution addressing the mental health crisis at UM, and the other one is a resolution establishing the mental health ad hoc committee. I yield to Senator Shedd to describe these committees.
Okay, let's wait 1 second. Do you have all those down?
Sorry, it's going fast.
All right. I'll let you give that to Secretary David. Point of parliamentary inquiry, Senator Johnston. She can yield her time for someone else to describe the resolution. Okay. Senator Shy, can you please name the resolution that you're describing and then describe the said resolution?
So the first one is resolution addressing the mental health crisis at the University of Montana. It's just amending some of the things that Curry Health Center currently does with its Peers Reaching Out program, considering that there is not very much discussion of things such as seasonal affective disorder or things that do disproportionately affect students at the University of Montana. So it is just amending some of those things. And then the second one is creating the mental health research and education ad hoc committee. And it just is an ASUM committee kind of modeled after JDOE that's meant to help research some of the issues here at UM addressing mental health and how to better alleviate those issues. If there are any questions, ask me or Senator Brennan.
Senator Shaw, you are next on my speakers list.
Oh, that was.
Okay. Senator Nelson.
One resolution establishing the constitutional revision ad hoc committee be sent to RNA.
Let's give a moment for the secretary to take that down.
Resolution establishing the constitutional revision ad hoc committee.
And then can you please give a brief description?
Yeah, so at our first Senate meeting of the year, I tried to initiate a constitutional referendum because from my understanding, the only way we could do it was through the Constitutional Review Board. I think that was a commonly held conception among the entire Senate last year, but upon close reading of our governing documents, that is not the legitimate way to do that. And in consultation with the executives, I believe that an ad hoc committee would be the best way to completely revise the Constitution and allow interested stakeholders to have a meaningful place to discuss revisions that we wanted to make to the Constitution. So,
is there any more new business? Any more new business? Last call for new business. Awesome. We'll now move into comments. We will be pausing the live stream, but we will not be going into a closed session.